Hey, what's up, everyone? We are back here with Moonrise. It's been a couple of days, and we have gotten a little bit further here, gotten past most of the tutorial phase. It seems like it is going to be a pretty cool game, guys, but there are some really big issues right now, and I expect them because this is, again, like an alpha beta. But the thing is, there's so many disconnects right now and server issues. It's very laggy and very choppy. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. I'll show you one of the dungeons that we've gone through so far and explain a little bit about the dungeon system and what I've learned more about the game. So it appears that each one of your Pokemon, we're going to call them Pokemon even though they're not, each one of your Pokemon can learn 4 moves, and you get to customize your move set based on pretty much how you want. So if the Pokemon learns a move, you can like take it away from him and attach it to like a scroll, it appears, and then you can give that move to a different Pokemon and build up your team that way. You can fight unlimited trainers in each little area. So here we are on Lunaria Trail. So you can fight a Lunaria or you can fight a Warden. And the Wardens are the trainers, the Lunaria, or the random Pokemon out in the world. They also have dungeons that you can go into. And the dungeons right here are this ruin, so you can enter the ruin. The thing about the dungeon is that it's separated into floors, and each floor you have to complete the entire floor before you can recover your HP. Each fight you do, you get items. You can equip 4 items in your bag. These are all like healing potions. You can buy them. They cost money, and I believe this is also the healing value. So it costs 50 gold, and I believe it heals 50 because it doesn't really tell you exactly the healing value on them. But this is the gold cost. If you do accidentally click on them, you are going to buy them, and you may not want to buy them. So be careful about clicking over there because gold is extremely important. To go into a dungeon, you need to use these dungeon tickets. You get the dungeon tickets every day through timers, and it's something like 5 to 8 hours or something like that where you accumulate a new dungeon ticket. So it is a time-based system, or you could buy them, I'm sure, with the premium currency in game. So again, these numbers are not set in final. They may change and alter the numbers on the timers because it does seem like a very long duration before you can actually enter a dungeon. If you do have 0 dungeon keys and you have a max of 5, that's going to be a 40-hour wait period before you can actually refill everything. In the dungeons here, you have special criteria. The area report will tell you what the special criteria are. This is a basic dungeon, so it has nothing special on it. But there will be things like every fight, everyone is poisoned, or things like that nature. Or every turn, everyone takes HP, or everyone is slower. Such effects like that in each dungeon. And from what I understand, they are kind of random. So it starts off like this. You have a certain amount of doors and the boss door over here. You have to complete a certain amount of these things, these doors, to actually unlock the boss. So once you unlock the boss, then you can get out of the dungeon. Your HP from each battle carries over, so you have to go and defeat 4 potential battles. You can see we're having a 3-on-3 fight right now. And you can't swap out your Pokemon in battle. You can also interrupt opponents' Pokemon from attacking. So if you time things right, and certain skills do have like interrupt abilities, these skills have cooldowns as well. You do typically want to use, it looks like, your strongest Pokemon up front because everyone else gets experience as well. It's not just whoever fights gets experience, everyone gets equal amount of experience. So you can level up your guys by just using your main super strong monsters up front, and then the other guys can just level. But you'll see this is what's wrong. The game crashes pretty much every single fight. So every single fight you have to reload the game, go through this loading system, and the loading system here is poor, very poor. They need to optimize this dramatically. They need to take care of the crashes. Of course, they are working on this. This is a known bug and known issue, but it is really bad. And all the comments and feedback in the App Store currently is negative about this type of disconnects. I mean, it really sucks because you see we're wasting about a minute, maybe 2 minutes after each fight. So it's really, really not a game that you can actually play right now because of this. I mean, the connection issues are so bad. The game itself looks really, really good. There's a lot of great gameplay elements to it, but the fact that you get disconnected nearly every single fight is just horrendous. So again, hopefully this gets fixed up in the next patch. This is why they do a soft launch. This is why they, I call it alpha beta phase, because they are working out these kinks. And when more people get on the servers are going to overload. You can see right now we are stuck in a loading screen waiting. So after we beat one of those dungeons, we acquire a special reward in the big reward chest. You get that reward when you kill the main boss of the dungeon. We can go ahead and pick on the next one, and sometimes you actually find items rather than a fight. So we got a whole bunch of items. This is a new skill. So it is a Force Bolt Spirit Target Energy. So this is how you start customizing your heroes and your monsters. You get these. These are like the TMs in Pokemon Land, and you can equip them to different monsters. You also get these strength essence and different type of essence, which are pretty much a quick level up skill thing. They do cost money to feed your guys. I'm not sure what the rough totem is yet. You see, each time you do it, you'll get a piece of the puzzle. You need all these pieces, and it looks like we need one big piece. So we could potentially open the boss fight by clicking the right door and defeating the monster or getting the items. If we click the wrong door, the boss fight won't open up. So now you can see our monsters are going to be a little bit weaker. They do have an auto feature. It is actually really, really good auto feature. And we are doing horrible right now with our timing and clicking things. But our HP carried over from the last fight, so we are a little bit weak. You can click on the auto feature there, and now they'll go ahead and attack pretty smartly as well. They definitely attack better than I attack right now currently, because I'm still learning the ropes on fights, the combos, the attacks, the skills. So there goes that guy. So he is down. And you see the computer brings out another bug. It appears that the computer bring out a lightning type because these guys appear to be water types. So again, I am not completely familiar with. It just looks like a water type because they are blue. So you can capture different guys. We already have a Kitsap, so we're not going to go ahead and capture him. This is one of the big differences, is that you don't have to weaken them and throw a Pokeball at them. You kill them, and then they respect you because you're a strong, honorable fighter. And they're like, okay, yeah, you can come. We'll join your party. So the capture rate is pretty high. You can see in that fight we captured 2. We let one of them go because we already have that guy. And then here we go again, crashing back to the app page. Have to reload the app. So unfortunately, like I said, it's about every single fight. We'll finish up this dungeon, which should have actually taken about 5 minutes, maybe 7 minutes to beat the entire dungeon. But now it's going to take us a whole probably 15 or 20 minutes because of all this extra loading and crashes that are going on. So right now, it is a fun game, but the crashes really, really just take away from the game. You can't really get into it. You have to have a lot of time and a lot of patience to actually play this game right now. Do not write it off, though. This game will be really, really good if they can take care of these disconnect and crashing issues. And so far, the game has always brought me right back to where I've crashed, and there hasn't been any loading issues of our saved data. So that is kind of cool, because it would definitely suck if you went into a dungeon, crashed, and then couldn't get back in, and lost that key that you used to open up the dungeon. So we just got the boss monster unlocked, so that's right there, the big boss door. You don't have to go and do this door, so you can go in and take the gamble that it's going to be a item or fight monsters, or you can just go to the boss over there. So if you are strong, you definitely probably want to clear out the entire dungeon, because you can find rare monsters in here. But if you are weak and you've lost some HP and you're down a couple guys, you might want to just go to the boss and try and kill him as quick as possible over here. Because of course you are fighting a boss, so he is going to be a lot stronger than the little minion monsters that you've been up against. Oops. Yeah, see, I'm still just horrible with the weakness and resistances right now. Even though it shows you the up arrows, we just got interrupted on our guy right there. And like, I don't even know what my moves do. See, that one looks cool. It's a cool area effect. It's hitting every single guy. So hopefully it does us well. Oh, we got interrupted. That's the downside of doing something a long time duration. Alright, so we got the meteor dive off. Oh, our fire guy's down. So sadly, it would probably be a lot easier to actually just auto fight for the very first duration of the game until you kind of figure out what you're doing and level up your monsters. Because if you don't know what you're doing, I'm a seasoned gamer for nearly 25 years now, and I still have trouble with this system because it is laggy. It is, an action-based system, and it does take time to figure out what the heck your guys do. The weakness and resistance are there, but you do have to physically touch, and sometimes the touch screen is not as responsive as you want it to be. So there's a lot of things going on, and if you are not, I would say, a seasoned gamer, you might have a lot of trouble with the battles, which is really, really refreshing for me, because challenge is almost non-existent in games nowadays. So when you actually find a game that is actually challenging, and you know, it feels rewarding when you actually beat certain monsters. Like in the beginning, we lost to the very first trainer in the tutorial. That's how challenging and difficult this game can be if you don't play, smartly. Because you pick up a ton of items in here, some gold, some crude totem, advanced device. Don't know what those are, and this looks like a skill over there, a new crystal that you can equip on someone. So it shows you have a total of, it looks like 7 tickets, and again they refresh after a few hours. And that is the dungeons overview right there. It took us a little over 13 minutes to complete that, which it should have been a lot quicker, but again, you saw all the load times, and we actually missed out on one of the fights or one of the rooms. But yeah, I hear there's a patch coming, and you can see the timers up here show you it's going to take around 6 hours, it looks like, to get the dungeon pass available again, and it looks like about 8 hours to get your capture Pokeball available again. So again, these are not final. This is all still in the soft launch here up in Canada, and I'll try and bring you a video very, very soon about how to actually download this game. But I really don't recommend downloading it all right now because, again, of all the crashes, it's not that enjoyable unless you really are a glutton for punishment and you really, really, really love Pokemon. Because to me, this is a better version of Pokemon. Sure, it may not have all the EV values and everything like that, but we have just scratched the surface of this, and I guarantee there will be thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of players once this game launches, because it is very, very similar to Pokemon, and it will latch on and attract a lot of those fans. And this is also a free to play game, whereas Pokemon has the barrier to entry of buying a game and buying a handheld system, which can get very, very costly. So this game, I believe, will blow up huge and probably be one of the biggest apps out there. So definitely an app to watch. It's called Moonrise, and I will talk to you guys soon.